Today we're going all in on EWA Agoyin stew or sauce, whichever one you like to call it. I also made a side which is just boiled yam and plantains. If you have any issue making EWA or Agoyin stew, this is the video for you. I will put a list of everything I use in the description box without wasting time. Hello everyone, I hope you're doing great today. My name is Remy and I make videos from Lagos, Nigeria. If this is your first time on this channel, I am so glad that you joined and I hope that you remain with us permanently by clicking that subscribe button. For returning viewers, thank you so much for always coming to watch. Let's get right into the video. The type of beans I am using for my Agoyin today is oloyin beans because it's what I have at home, but there is no type of beans you can't use. You can use drum, you can use olo, you can even use white beans. Alright, so to start, I'm going to rinse these beans twice just to remove any dirt before I go on to parboil it. Okay, that rinsing is enough and it's time to parboil. So I'm going to add the washed beans in a pot and add some hot water. I already boiled some water. I'm going to boil this for just 5 minutes and that should be okay. This is 5 minutes later. I'm going to drain the water and return the beans into the pot and then add baking soda. This is to enable the beans to soften quicker. If you don't have baking soda, you can use potash, what the Yorubas call kom. Hausa people call it kanwa, while the Igbos call it akam. I hope that's correct. But just half a teaspoon is okay. So I'm going to add enough water to cover the beans, cover and allow it to cook. If you have a pressure pot, there's no need to do all of this. In about 30 minutes, your beans should be ready. Alright, while the beans is cooking, let's prepare our pepper mix for the Agoyin stew. For this, I'm going to be using some dry tatashe, which I have soaked as you can see. I have 3 medium-sized onions which I'm going to blend alongside the peppers. I will be using dry pepper seeds. This is what they use for Agoyin stew. Yes, dry pepper seeds, but you have to make sure that you clean it very well. I have cleaned this and I got them from my dry peppers that I have at home. I'm also going to be adding some dry chili, which is what I just call dry peppers, and of course the soaked tatashe. Onions go in as well, and I'm going to bring everything to a smooth blend. If you mix your peppers like this, trust me, your Agoyin stew will not turn out too spicy. It won't be too hot. After blending the peppers, I did that off camera. We're going to start with the stew. And in that pan, I'm going to add lots of palm oil. Please note that you need a lot of palm oil for making Agoyin stew. And in that, I've added 1 onion, which I sliced in the onion. I'm not going to cook this for too long because this stew is going to spend a lot of time on the stove and I don't want the onions to burn. So I have added the blended peppers now. Rinsing out the blender to get all the peppers out. To season, I will use just 2 stock cubes and salt. When making Agoyin stew, please keep in mind that you have to do this on low to medium heat so it doesn't burn. Also make sure to stir at intervals. We want to cook this slowly until it thickens and starts to get dark. Remember, Agoyin stew is not burnt stew. Now I'm going to boil some yam and plantains to go with these beans. Of course, that's just by the side. You can choose to have yours with bread. There are a lot of things you can eat Agoyin beans with. Time to check on the beans, which is now so soft and looking good. So I added some salt and I'm going to stir this and even mash. Yes, Agoyin beans is mashed beans. If you know street style Agoyin beans, you know it is mashed. so mashed. Except you don't want yours mashed, well, you can just do you the way you like it, but agoyin beans has to be mashed, sometimes even completely so mashed that you will not even see a single, a whole beans inside. So this was too thick, and because I'm still going to leave it on the stove for quite some time, I decided to add a bit of water and of course still mash it really well. Agoyin beans has to be mashed, I have to say that again. Please, if you're enjoying this video, do well to give me a thumbs up. Thank you. Back to the stew. I am checking now and it is looking good. It is thicker, and all you just need to do really is just to stir at intervals. I have tasted for salt and stock cube and it looks fine. Look at it now, it has thickened even more, and as it thickens, the oil will rise to the top. So because this is almost ready, I decided to add my smoked panla at this time. I have just two and that's all I'm using. I will let this cook for a bit more while I check on the base now. Look at it, so good. I'm just going to leave it on very low heat because I'm still waiting for the stew, and because I want to have this while it is still very hot. So I'll just cover it and leave it on extremely low heat to keep heating up while I check on the yam and plantain, which look ready at this time. So I'm going to drain the water and keep that too while I check on the stew, which looks almost ready. This is like 80 to 90%. So this is still on very low heat. Remember I said that agoyin stew is not burnt stew, and you have to make sure that you do this on low heat. I added eggs. So I just kept stirring. At this point, it will look like it is soaking up the oil, but give it a little more time. As you can see here, the oil keeps rising to the top. If you want more oil floating on top of this, of course, do well to add more oil. Agoyin still needs a lot of oil. Now it is ready. If you have made your agoyin stew very well, it should look like granules like this, but not burnt. Alright, that's it for our agoyin and agoyin stew. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope that you try this recipe and share your feedback with me here or on Instagram at foodieremrem. Please try not to leave this video without giving me a thumbs up or a nice comment. I really will appreciate it. If you're yet to subscribe to my channel, please do so now so you can see many more of my recipes. I promise it will be worth your time. Thank you again very much. I will see you very soon with another amazing recipe like this. Until then, please take care of yourself and bye-bye.